What's up, guys? Welcome to Q&A Mondays. I'm Barnette. Today, we're looking at a Q1 2023 steel market update. Today, I've got some very special guests, Brett returning from Sheffield Metals and Paul from Steel Dynamics. Thank you guys both for being here.
Our pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
So Paul, tell me about Steel Dynamics. Where does the knowledge that we're going to be pulling from today come from?
We're a steel mill here in the United States with 5 locations on the flat rolled side of things, very geographically situated to service our customer base, produce roughly 11 million tons a year of flat rolled steel.
So Paul, we're sitting in the middle of February right now, 2023. What have we seen with steel leading up to this point over the last quarter or so?
Business has been good over the last quarter. I would say, our facilities are doing well. They're running strong, and customer demand has been very steady and looking okay for us.
Yeah, and how does that translate to the Sheffield side, Brett?
Yeah, prices have definitely gone up. We've seen a 15% increase in just the last 60 days alone. Definitely the market's tightening up. All the mills are announcing increases, and I foresee for at least the near future, those prices to continue to climb to some extent.
So talk to me a little bit about what lead times are like when it comes to steel service centers and how that applies to what we're talking about now.
Coming off the highs of last year, 8-week lead times, we're starting to see things creep down into the 6-7 week lead times. The market is definitely tightening up, but there is supply out there.
Okay.
Converse to that, a lot of the mills are running in that lower 70% utilization. So if you look at from a supply and demand standpoint, the mills still have additional capacity to go, but prices are still climbing. Could be because of cost perspective, raw materials costs increasing. Coming off the high of last year, we saw prices, in the $2,000 range for certain grades. So I think the mills want to get back to those higher margins, I believe.
Can you explain why lead times from the steel service centers, is an indicator to look out for when it comes to the market tightening or loosening in that way?
I think some of that is tied to the steel service centers. How much inventory they're holding, how long it takes for them to get material from the mills and supply their customer base. And obviously that trickles down to us and our customers.
So Paul, from an education standpoint, what are some other indicators that a steel consumer could look at to kind of judge the marketplace?
There are several indices out there that reflect current pricing. There are several publications that I think are good for steel consumers to keep up to date with. And honestly, we think one of the most important things to stay up to date on trends and whatnot in the industry is to stay close to your suppliers and have dialogue and conversation with them about what's happening currently in the industry.
Brett, from the metal construction side of things, what trends might we be seeing coming up in the next quarter or so?
Generically, a lot of steel service centers and steel buyers ran their inventories down fourth quarter of last year for tax reasons and such. And what we're noticing now is this restocking going on. Obviously, that's having an impact on prices. More people out in the marketplace buying material, prices are starting to climb. I foresee that at least for the next 60 to 90 days. I still think there is some economic headwinds, which will play a role in whether prices stabilize, they continue to climb, they reverse. But right now, both from a capacity standpoint and a demand standpoint, things look to be pretty strong.
Sure. Paul, I'd love to hear how Steel Dynamics is kind of making, your own wave in the marketplace. What do you contribute to the market? And how do you benefit someone like a Sheffield Metals when it comes to your products?
That we have a very wide offering of products that we supply specifically to the construction industry out of a number of different facilities. We will also later this year be opening our 5th and 6th paint lines to be able to offer painted products to our various customer base. And then further from that, in 2025, we are in the process now of construction of a new aluminum facility in Columbus, Mississippi.
Yeah, I think part of that is a benefit to our customers in the fact that we are Sheffield continuing to diversify our supply chain. So obviously all the capabilities that SDI, Steel Dynamics, brings to the market allows us to leverage that and benefit our customer base. So we're very excited to have SDI as a partner.
Yeah, why is that important, especially in a volatile marketplace? Why is it important to diversify suppliers, to benefit our customers?
Well, I think we've seen some of the negative things that can happen, over the last couple of years with supply chain, not being able to source enough material, having material at the right time for jobs and such. And we're able to provide better service to our customer base, what materials they want, when they want them.
So if I'm a steel consumer watching this video, what should I do with this information? What should I be looking for as we step into the next quarter?
Hindsight's 2020. So prices are up now compared to where they were 60 or 90 days ago. But is that going to hold? No one knows. So obviously communication between our customers and our suppliers is crucial. We want to obviously know exactly what the needs are of our customers and be able to respond accordingly with our purchasing. So we work hand in hand with our suppliers such as SDI. And again, communication is everything, and in forecasting from the front lines, knowing what jobs you've got coming up and making sure that we're stocking those proper materials. SDI is 100% electric in their steel making capacity. So we view that as being a green company. Obviously, we're trying to do the best for the environment and for our customers, and we appreciate that type of steel making.
Brett, thank you very much for your knowledge, and Paul, it's great to hear from Steel Dynamics. And if you have any questions, comment down below. Subscribe here to the Metal Roofing channel. As always, I'm Thad Barnette. We'll catch you next time.